What is up, everybody? Welcome to Geeks Around. I am your executive producer, Deanna Jackson. We are here, of course, to begin our Arrow Season 4 discussions with the discussion of episode 401, Green Arrow. Well, as you guys know, if you watched our last season discussions, we were really not impressed with Season 3 of Arrow. We felt that it kind of slacked off from the greatness that was Season 1 and 2. Can Season 4 make a comeback? I guess we'll find out. Let's start off with introducing the rest of the panel. First off, we have here Spike. How you doing, Spike? And of course, behind Spike, we have our Geeks Around editor-in-chief, Matt Moore. Hail Hydra, man. How you doing?
Hail Hydra. I'm doing well, and I enjoyed the episode. More than Flash, which is very rare.
Yeah, I'd actually have to agree. It's like I did enjoy it even more than Flash, and that hasn't happened, and I can't even remember the last time that happened. So that's a good thing. Charlie Wheaton, how you doing, man?
I am doing awesome, and I have to agree with Matt. I did enjoy this episode of Arrow a hell of a lot more than Flash.
Okay, right on, right on. Last and most certainly not least, Lou Rod, how about you, man? What did you think of this episode, season premiere of Arrow?
I thought it was excellent. It was a strong start compared to that horrendous season 3 we got.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. But wait a second. It's like first to start, it's like I have to make a joke about Arrow right quick. It's like okay, it's like there's one thing in there that just kind of irked me and it kind of bugged me a little and it just kind of made me laugh. It was like, okay, Star City, hi, I'm the Green Arrow. But wait, Arrow is dead. I'm totally not him. I'm a whole nother Archer. Okay, wearing a very very similar outfit. Down to the colors of my costume and everything. I'm even using the same voice modulator that Arrow used. And I'm working with the same team that Arrow worked with. But I'm not Arrow. I'm Green Arrow. I'm a totally different Archer. I swear to God. True story.
To be fair in that, it is a completely different team. Like, there's only one person on that team who was associated to Arrow previous to that, and that was Black Canary. And for the most part, most of the time, that was a different Black Canary.
Yeah, because the public knows who's underneath everyone's masks. They know that. It's like before there was a red Archer, and
yes, a red Archer who was very obviously a guy. Now it's a red Archer who's very obviously a girl.
Very obviously, yeah. It's like, well, it's not like people were like being introduced. It's like they were walking down the street. It's like, oh, here comes Arsenal. Hey, Arsenal, how you doing, man? Hey, you still owe me 20 from the other day. It ain't like that. It's like you see like glimpses of these motherfuckers on the rooftops and everything. So it's not like from that much of a distance they're gonna know. It's like, oh my God, wait a second, that's a girl now.
But they did keep that one tradition.
It's like, and it's like, you really want to talk fair, Matt? You really want to talk fair? Captain Lance didn't recognize that it was his other daughter in the costume until Sin pointed it out.
Well, but to Captain Lance's defense, Laurel always kept her distance in that costume.
No, in Captain Lance's defense...
Which helps me prove my point.
In Captain Lance's defense, he's apparently evil now.
Yeah. It's like, shit, it's like, we're talking Hail Hydra. It's like, how is that for its worth in this episode? You got Captain Lance working with Damien Dark. It's like, there's got to be something else going on there. It's like, I don't believe that Captain Lance is all evil now. And there seemed to be some sort of allusion to that this whole situation wasn't entirely by choice.
Dude,
so I just want
to learn to stop shooting arrows to the ceiling.
I don't know.
I did it twice.
Well, at least in this case, it's like I can be reasonably certain there was something up there. It's like they were indoors.
Roof. She went to hide in the roof.
Well, that's how they got into the first place. Remember, it's like because they had all those slats in there. It's like there was that place like where there was no ceiling. That's how they jumped in there in the first place.
All right. Now I just want to say that particular backdrop that they used. Wasn't that the same backdrop that's, I'm trying to remember his name, fuck. The British actor with the shaved head that was in Arrow, he played like a badass mobster. last season.
I know who you're talking about. The guy in Eurotrip. And he was in other movies. I just can't remember
his name. That was the same place where he fucking recruited people, and I mean, it's the exact same set.
You know they're going to recycle sets, Matt.
Yeah, but it was so fucking obvious.
I just change a few pallets around, and you can make it look a little different.
All right, but I have to.
Well, how many evil warehouses is one fucking city supposed to have?
That just
is like, I mean, nobody was there. Brick wasn't around using it.
Thank you, Brick.
An evil warehouse. So, like, there's a warehouse out there just going like,
That is it. If warehouses, if they just used warehouses, that'd be one thing. But they're not just using warehouses. They're using.
I have to ask. I have to ask the panel.
Okay, like, how are you not going to notice that?
I have to ask the panel, is nobody going to talk about the fact that Oliver Queen said, Felicity Smoke, you have failed this omelet?
You don't see my lower third?
I was going to interrupt Lou earlier so I could mention that. That is probably one of the best lines in Arrow that we have seen so far.
Yeah, that was great, and that actually speaks to another point. It's like we've seen a markedly different Oliver Queen in this episode of Arrow than we have previously. Looks like this time off has really done good to him. It's like we're getting more to the sort of more. It's hard to say lighthearted when referring to Arrow because that's not exactly accurate, but one could definitely say more lighter-hearted than he's been in previous seasons, particularly given how dark last season was.
Now, we noticed last season Felicity was a big-ass crybaby trying to get Arrow out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this season, she reverses the role and worked with the team behind his back, talk about, I missed it. Damn, dude, you contemplated all last season getting him out. Now you want him back in? Make up your mind, woman.
People can change their minds. Like, you know how it goes. Like, I mean, you really, really want something really, really badly until you have it.
And they did at least address that. They did address the thought of, it was you that wanted me out. And she's all like, well, yeah.
Yeah, but then I realized this is kind of boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, I mean, Felicity and domesticated housewifey life just doesn't seem to be doing it. Because omelets are really, really fucking easy to make.
I'm sorry, but that domestic life was boring as shit.
Yeah, it's like you have failed this omelet. It's like, and then she like dumps it out, and it looks like, damn girl, looks like you failed several omelets before this one. Like this is not your first failed omelet.
Oliver took up souffle making.
Yeah. Then having the neighbors come over, it's like, I mean, that was just weird. It was like it was like somebody like stuck like scenes from a sitcom in the middle of my superhero action show. But it worked. But it worked. It's like I'm just saying. It's like it was just kind of interesting going from that to then go back to Star City. Yeah, I'm gonna be able to call it Star City. Yes, I am. Go back to Star City, and then we have action going on with Diggle, and until someone tells me different, I'm calling him Guardian. Everybody cool with that?
Yeah, basically. And just so you know, you're allowed to call Star City Starling City, and I'm allowed to call Daisy Sky.
I'm sorry, but the Black Canary is a dumbass. Why do you take out the trailer, back tires, knowing that you've got your people on that damn thing, and you could cause them to get seriously fucked up?
Well,
both those two. The fact that they know that she's going to do that, so they're prepared for her to do that.
So they're prepared for her stupidity.
That was the plan. That was
part
their
of the plan.
Mm-hmm. Because you remember when Diggle told her to do it? It's like, okay, Canary, go.
I'm sorry, but the Ghost, damn, do they suck at shooting?
No, you know who sucks at shooting is fucking Thea. Thea's all like, every time she shoots an arrow, she's like this the entire time. She's like,
yeah.
It's like, fuck.
No, but
how are you supposed to shoot straight with that like that?
Look at the Ghost team shooting out of the back of that fucking trailer. You mean to tell me not one of them motherfuckers could hit that goddamn motorcycle tire?
Man, it's like I was just tripping. It's like at the point when that van pulled up, and then they got the big ass 50 caliber machine gun in the back of it. Because Because first of all, I was like, let's be real clear on something. Okay.
I think one of those
they're over there
bullets could go through that door.
hiding behind the trailer door, and the bullets going ping ping. Yeah, for a 50 caliber machine gun, that door would not be there anymore.
You can cut that out. Pretty much anything pretty quickly with a 50 cal.
Yeah, wouldn't be no ping ping ping.
Can't come through easily are tanks and like vault doors.
Yeah.
Everything else,
for those would be ineffective, but yeah, a trailer. Yeah, go ahead and feel free to consider a 50 caliber machine gun a skeleton key.
Yeah.
But that's just irritating me because I've actually fired a 50 caliber machine gun before, and I know. Hell yeah, dude. I know what's up with those bad boys. But, those are just kind of one of those random things that are going to irritate me. Because, no show was going to be realistic. Oh, yeah! Speaking of realism, it's like, I'm glad I brought that up. Because it's like, it's kind of funny to me that when Arrow began, it's like, y'all remember, it's like, way back, a few years back, that the whole purpose is like they were trying to make, things kind of grounded. And even with the introduction of Ra's al Ghul, it's like they were still clinging to that. It's like, oh yes, grounded. We have, this herb that does this and this herb that does that, and yeah, the Lazarus Pit. Well, fuck it. It just does it. Okay, just accept it. At this point, they've gone, fuck it. There's magic. Fuck it. Fuck it. Damien Darky's a fucking sorcerer. All right. Fuck it. He can stop arrows in the air. He can probably fucking teleport. Fuck it. We're done. We tried.
That shit was cool though. I don't care.
So far, he seems like he's Neo from the Matrix.
Yeah, basically. And then it's like, Oliver is like, okay, you shot one arrow at him, he stopped it in midair. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll shoot another one at him because the first one was so effective. It's like, if I'm being honest, I'm like, really?
Production value.
Did you get the point? Okay, all right, goddammit, stop doing that. That's really irritating now.
Hey, he thought one of them would get through.
He was wrong.
I don't know. Damien had to burn at least like a single calorie to make his hand go from here to like here, which is all he did to catch the second arrow, and then he just kept doing that for each arrow.
Yeah.
Just kept turning his hand. That's all he had to fucking do.
Well, because Oliver did shoot all the arrows in the same spot.
Yeah, it's really because like anytime you want to stop is fine by me.
That's always been a question of mine. That's always been a question of mine. Is if you're gonna shoot fucking Captain America or you're gonna shoot fucking Wonder Woman, depending if she's walking with the bracers, why the fuck are you shooting in their general chest area? Shoot them in the fucking leg.
Well,
shield up here. You're shielding up here.
Yeah.
Toast.
Yeah, but people shoot at Superman all the time, and that's like the giantest waste of time ever. I mean, it's like seriously, it's like might as well take the bullets out and throw them at them for all the good it's gonna do. But that happens all the time.
Yeah.
You gotta have that iconic. Oh yes, look at me, bullets bounce off my chest. Like, see, like colonels are just at that point you're just stupid. It's like I'm just gonna go off on a sidebar for a bit. It's like, why in the fuck would you try to rob a bank in Metropolis anyway? I mean, really, what do you think is gonna happen? All right, so.
Now you can't fucking rob a bank anywhere. Fucking Superman's a trucker now.
Yeah, it's like fucked up now.
No, seriously, he's a trucker now.
Yeah. No.
Archie Clayton. What the fuck?
I am familiar with the comic books enough to know that Superman at this point has a brand new secret identity. I think it's really, really dumb and.
He got doxxed basically by Lois Lane.
That's getting canceled anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You can't cancel Superman.
No, they're not canceling Superman. They're going to reboot all of them again.
Oh, a new 52. Oh,
yeah.
God damn it.
The new 52. That's
yeah,
it.
pretty much.
This is kind of, sort of, in a way connected to Arrow.
Yeah, it really is.
In the trailer for the Flash, they mentioned how many breaches happened in the Flash. Guess how many breaches there were? Like, how many people came through?
Wait, what?
Oh,
how many people, in the Flash, in the trailer, they happen to mention this trailer for the next episode. How many breaches, which, assuming that one person per breach came from the alternate dimension, how many breaches were there? You've already said it like a billion times.
What, 52?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
well, yeah,
I'm sure some of that is going to come over to Arrow.
Oh yeah, it's like I mean, it really by definition has to with all these things happening in the same universe. Because I know that while Flash right now, at least for this season, is going to be focusing mainly on interacting between this Earth and Earth 2. You know, there's still Earth 3 and Earth 4 and Earth 5 and Earth 6, and then they specifically said that the showrunners have that.
What I would think would be funny is if we end up having like multiple Damien Darks.
Because one just ain't good enough.
Yeah,
I don't think they'll give us more
you have
than
a
that.
Damien Dark that comes over from Earth 2 or Earth 3 or whatever, and he's all like, fuck that Damien Dark. I've already taken over my reality, so I'm going to take over this one too.
That would be kind of interesting in and of itself.
Yeah, I think it'd be awesome. And so you have Damien Dark versus Damien Dark.
No. Yeah, I agree with that. Also, something else that I appreciated in this episode is like while we know that eventually at some point that Diggle and Oliver are eventually going to get on the same page again, I like the fact that they're not rushing that because Diggle's seriously fucking pissed at them, and it would have been disingenuous for that to simply just go away all of a sudden.
What Oliver and Diggle need is friend counseling. Instead of marriage counseling, they need friend counseling.
Dude, we're guys. All we need is time and a few beers.
I was going to say, apparently they're probably going to make friends in the third episode.
No.
Yes.
Because the fourth episode description already stated that they're still fighting with each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's not going to be no time soon.
Then maybe in the third episode it gets worse. The reason I say that is because Stephen Amell has mentioned that they're going to get a lot of screen time together in the third episode. So I figure that maybe they'd make up.
Well,
it could be like that stupid van that caught up to I'm sorry to say, a speeding train.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
I mean, I guess either that van was equipped with some super-duper good turbo, or that train really wasn't going fast.
Or that van was already going to that portion of the track before the train got there?
Yeah.
Dude, it's a speed train, bro. That's average going 120 miles an hour.
Well, first off, it obviously wasn't going 120 miles per hour. And second, if you know where a train is going to be before it gets there, you can get there first.
But I mean, come on, Matt. How in the hell would you know where a train's going to be before it gets there? It's not like it has a predetermined route or anything that it actually cannot go on due to being a fucking train or anything.
I mean, dude, and then the train took the turn quick, and then here you see the Arrow van make its right into the same scene, barely keeping up with the train, but yet Oliver still managed to jump on that shit and not get fucking hurt.
He's a super fucking hero. Well, he's not a superhero, but he's a hero that he fucking does that shit all the fucking time.
Yeah, at this point, it's like, there's just a certain amount of reality that we're just apparently just gonna have to fucking ignore. Because I'll admit, Lou, is like, I'm kind of there with you on that. I kind of cracked up laughing. It's like, yeah, that would have dislocated his shoulder, torn a few tendons. It's like he jumps up on the thing, and then he backflips off the fucking train and lands.
What took me off about that scene was none of that. It was the end, where with one explosive arrow, he takes out the entire fucking train.
I was gonna bring that up. I was getting there. I was building up to it. that also had me cracking up laughing. It's like, I'll take care of it.
Even assuming that he somehow triggered the cluster bombs, you'd have the opposite effect. In that he wouldn't just take out the train; he'd take out half the fucking countryside, including himself and like a half a mile behind him.
And including
because the cluster bombs were supposed to be just shy of fucking nuclear, is what they said. Like, if he had actually triggered the cluster bombs with his explosive arrow,
he would have been dead, and Diggle would have been dead, and everything within roughly a 20-mile radius would be dead.
So he either
those are the things I learned to live with as far as TV budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So either he has a super powerful fucking arrow that somehow travels up and down a train, or they severely over talk.
Or how the fuck did Diggle get on that goddamn train?
Was Diggle on the train?
Diggle saved Oliver because Damien Dark was stuck
Oh
in it.
yeah, that's right. Damien was fucking him up, and Diggle showed up. Yeah, on the train. I didn't even think of that. How the fuck? Wait, who's driving the van? I'm so confused. Wait a second.
And then they jumped off a super speed train and not one scratch. Oh, I got this. He fires his arrow. Did they what? Turn off all the cluster bombs on the inside?
Well, it's like I don't know. It's like maybe he fired one of his famous magic up and away arrows. They flew off the fucking train. I mean, at this point, fuck it. It's like, okay, if we got Damien Dark, he's clearly some sort of mystical powers going on there. Well, I think, Lou, that we're just gonna have to accept the fact that apparently Green Arrow has magic fucking arrows. I mean,
I guess so.
Fuck it. I mean,
and
fuck it. So
like I said.
How did the train blow up and not activate the cluster bombs or anything? Fucking magic. There we go.
TV budget.
At least there's some more goddamn herbs.
I was going to say, Speedy absolutely has magic arrows because there's no way.
Don't get me started on her ass.
The way she's moving around.
You wish you could get started on her ass.
Shit, she jumps down off those pallets, and she looks at the guys like, "What's up? You ready to fight?"
Oh man, silliness.
However,
I think.
No, go ahead, Charles.
This episode only spent half as much time doing the exposition from last season. Half the episode doing that, where the Flash spent the entire episode dealing with last season. And I think that's why this episode was better than the Flash's, is because instead of being like, oh, woe is me the entire fucking episode, it went, woe is me. All right, let's fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they kind of more, straight to it. No, go ahead, Charles. Go ahead, Charles. I'm sorry.
No, I just when you were guys talking, I assume you guys were talking about Thea that was on top of the pallet saying like, "Hey, what's up? You want to fight?" Yeah, I know I'm not the only one that noticed this, but what's been going on with Thea? She's clearly addicted to the adrenaline rush, and she's going to inevitably self-destruct, probably within the first half of the season.
Well, it's like I think more to the point. I think the effects of being resurrected in the Lazarus pit are finally having more of an obvious effect on Thea. Yeah, because it's like let's not forget that temporary insanity is kind of one of the side effects of this whole process.
Boy, she went to town on that motherfucker.
Didn't she though?
Yeah.
She pulled out that sword. I'm gonna cut you, bitch.
Beat that motherfucker like he owed her money. It's like, holy shit.
It's like, give him my
She
money,
was beating him like Charles wants to beat Isaiah.
Oh, and that actually kind of, I don't know how that reminds me, but that kind of reminds me, how did Oliver and Felicity move into the loft? It's not her loft. It doesn't belong to her. It belongs to her dad.
Yeah, who's currently not around, so.
He's in Nanda Boo Boo.
So it's not like it's hard. Thea goes, here.
That's it. Is Oliver moved in there even when he didn't know who it belonged to. He moved in and he's all like, yeah, I guess this is where I am now. And she's all like, all right, sure.
Well, I mean,
you're my brother, so I'm not going to say no. And then now he's like, yeah, you don't live here anymore.
I mean, doesn't Thea still live there? I mean, didn't she never move out?
No. They made a specific point of saying that she's Laurel. Yeah. They made it a specific point to mention that.
Yeah.
That she's living with Laurel now. Oh, okay. I guess the reason why she's not living in the loft anymore is because it's owned by her dad.
And her dad is Ananda Parbat.
No, here's my thing, though. I mean, it must be nice being a billionaire and not have to pay for your property or where you're going to live. Like, having more money means that you can just fucking, oh, yeah, this is where I live now.
Well, he ain't got money at this point. I mean, Felicity does. He doesn't.
Same idea, though.
Felicity's the billionaire at this point in their relationship. Oliver ain't got no job. He ain't got no job history. He ain't shit.
Oliver would just be running through the woods in his Green Arrow hoodie.
Yeah. That's all he been doing.
Well, Oliver still has millions of dollars. Maybe not billions, but still millions.
And I'm sorry, but what's up with Captain Lance's police force? That shit gets raided more than a donut shop.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, right? It's like that has got to be like literally the most dangerous job ever. It's like every single season there's like a mass shooting in the Starling City / Star City Police Department.
It is worse at Gotham. It is worse in Gotham. That fucking precinct has been raided. That fucking precinct is raided at least 2 times a year, at least.
Well, yeah, it's like, yeah. And then last time they got raided by fake Joker and fake Harley. Wait, no, that was the party.
I don't watch that boring show, so I wouldn't know.
This is actually really good, but not having to do with Arrow.
Yeah, not much.
But no, I mean honestly, it's actually worse in Gotham. So I guess like it's not as bad in Arrow because that one gets rated like every season.
No. We'll get rated at least one more time before the year is out.
Oh yeah, that's not even debatable.
An Arrow season is not complete until the precinct gets raided at least once.
Yeah, and well, it's like also it's like I mean you got to have the city in peril. It's like I mean, what kind of a year would it be in Star City if the city wasn't in massive peril for one reason or another?
You gotta get everybody teamed up and working together to save the city that is being attacked and. Like, every fucking season it's the same thing.
No, man, fuck that. It's like, if I was... Hold on, yeah, City in Peril is like, yeah, I got it. Hey, Barry, how's it going? Can you come over for 30 seconds? Yeah, just 30 seconds, real quick. Yeah, so you just save the city right quick. Yeah, thanks. Done.
Yeah. We were talking in the Flash discussion, if Barry wanted to, if he actually used his powers the way effectively, he'd finish every single fucking fight in less than a minute. Every single one. Atom Smasher, run behind him, grab him by the scruff of the fucking neck, run him out into the middle of the ocean, and leave him there.
Done.
In the fight.
I flat out don't understand how a fight between, let's say there was, 40 Captain Colds. Let's say there were 40 of them. How was that fight taking any longer than 5 seconds?
Yeah, you
assuming that you stopped to have a sandwich
first. Back of the head, run to the next one, punch him in the back of the head.
That's not even a punch, just boop, 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 boop. Super speed flicking. That's your ass, that's your ass, that's your ass. Just running, doing the thing. I'm done. Okay, go to jail now.
Fucking Quicksilver from the X-Men movies figured that shit out.
Yeah, real quick. He's chilling out doing his thing, taking out a whole room, and what to everyone else was just a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
Like, what's up with that? Flash can do that and more.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. And that to me is like, yeah, we're getting off topic a little bit. We'll get back on topic soon. But that to me is kind of the change we're doing in Flash show because, well, in doing like the majority of the superhero shows, now that I'm mentioning it, if there's actual superpowers involved, because you always figure that the problems can be solved a lot easier than they actually are solving them.
Yeah.
Simply because they have all these powers. It's like there's situations that they very simply should not ever be in. It shouldn't happen. At least it wouldn't.
I think we might actually see that in Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones does not seem like a character who's going to hold back. She seems like you know what? You pissed me off. You're dead now.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, basically, kind of sums it up. Yeah, it's like I'm looking forward to that one. But jumping back into Arrow real quick, because like there's certain things in this episode that didn't work for me. Well, mainly the flashbacks that we've seen so far. Not really doing it for me. Not really all that compelling. I don't know what's going on there. It's like I was kind of excited last season because it's like now he's in Coast City. It's like now we're going to see what's going to happen here. It's like I know everyone else is thinking it's like Green Lantern, that flat out wasn't going to happen. But I was expecting to see more of Coast City, not all of a sudden. Oh, now he's back in Lee and you. Really? I mean, we obviously we know that he had to make it back to Lee and you in the 5-year period somewhere because that's where he was eventually found.
What if they're going to do a few flashbacks at Coast City where he was, running around in that stupid Archer hood, getting knocked off by crack dealers off of roofs.
Yeah.
And then he goes back, and he's back on the island dealing with some mystical shit. Because, remember, he clearly says, I see shit that you guys wouldn't believe. So I'm pretty sure
they're like, why didn't you tell us that there was magic? And it's just like, look, motherfucker, if I told you every fucking thing I'd done,
or saw,
I'm just going to write an autobiography, so fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and it just so happens that what I'm going through at any given point is directly related to what happened exactly 5 years from this point. Weird. It's bizarre, isn't it? How about that? It's like there's this villain here, then 5 years later he pops up, and then it's like the next year it's like it just all correlates. Yeah, every single year. It's like I wonder what they're gonna do. Is like after season 5, it's like okay, you guys are kind of out of fucking flashbacks now, or at least you should be if you've been doing this shit right. So now what's the big plan? It's like, oh, well, he actually slipped into another dimension for a little while, so he's actually gone longer than 5 years. He's on Earth 4 or something like that. It's like, oh, fuck off.
No, I think they're going to pull a Lost. You've asked that question before. I think they're going to pull a Lost and start doing flash forwards.
Well, yeah, we've already seen kind of sort of an example of that in this episode. It kind of seems to be like the new interesting TV thing, where they kind of like flash forward for a set period of time and show you what's going to happen and then get there. We've seen that actually in a fair amount of TV shows just this fall. I mean, Quantico is doing this. Once Upon a Time is doing this. How to Get Away with Murder has always been doing this. And now we're seeing that same thing, that same aspect here on Arrow, where we flash forward, half a year and we see that somebody is very dead.
Just so you know, right after the episode aired on the East Coast, Stephen Amell did one of his videos on Facebook, like he always does.
Yeah.
The actor has absolutely no idea who's in the grave.
Neither do the writers. There's like there was an interview that was like,
what the fuck?
Yeah, there's like they're kind of building up to it. It's like they have absolutely no clue.
Okay, so they're building up to.
They not only don't. Wait a second. They not only don't know who's in the grave. They don't know that. It's like you know that part where Oliver's like I'm gonna kill him. They haven't even decided what him they're talking about. It's like it's like everyone is like making the assumption right now. Oh, it's got to be Damien Dark. Not necessarily.
And people are also making the assumption that it's Felicity, because Felicity was in the scene right before that. But yeah, we don't know.
All right, but that goes into my theory of who is at the grave, which is probably going to be, I'd say, a 50% chance of being likely, is going to be Captain Lance.
Conceivable.
Yeah, I think it might be. I think it might be Captain Lance that's in the grave.
I don't know. I think it might be Captain Lance that's the person that Oliver's going to kill.
Yeah, that's actually what I'm thinking too.
Because if Captain Lance is like teamed up with Damien Dark and somehow caused, for example, Felicity or Thea or whomever to die, oh yeah, Oliver would be out for blood.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what? If it were Laurel, that would actually make more sense. If it were Laurel that were dead because of something Captain Lance did, that would tie it in. Because if he went after Captain Lance for Felicity dying, Laurel would stop him.
Yeah, but he could go after Lance for Felicity for the simple fact that Lance gave up his identity and the people around him of who he loved. Remember, Damien Dark did tell him, give me all the information you have on this Green Arrow character.
There's no way Captain Lance is going to give up his own daughter. It's not going to happen.
But he'll give up everybody else around him.
That would put his daughter in direct danger because she's around him. I don't think he would do that. It's like he's not like he's not evil. He's getting pressured into this.
He's working for evil.
Yeah, unlike Damien Dark, who is like out of any villain that we've had on this show so far,
He's been the best.
He's absolutely evil. Like everyone else or every other villain we've had on this show has in their own mind believed they were doing the right thing. That goes from Malcolm Merlyn in season 1 to Deathstroke in season 2. All of them. They've done really, really bad shit, but they thought that they were doing it for a purpose, like they were doing it for a reason. Damien Dark is just evil. He's doing this. He's like, I mean, seriously, like, he's doing this shit because fuck you. That's why. There is no reason. There is no greater good. There's nothing like that. He's doing this because fuck you, basically. And it's like, and it's kind of refreshing to see a villain like that, because that's kind of a rare sort of villain that we haven't really seen in things for quite some time, because there's this huge permutation of these anti-heroes and villains with a purpose and whatnot. It's rare to see someone that's just so yep, fuck you, I'm evil. Why am I doing this shit? Because I feel like it. And fuck all of you. Well, you might be cool, but I'm still gonna kill you either, because you know what? Actually, yeah, fuck you.
Now, who do you think he's working for?
Now that is interesting, because he did mention something about associates or what have you in this particular episode during his conversation with Captain Lance, and I have no fucking clue.
If I were to guess, I would have to say other magic users, like Mordred, as in like King Arthur's bastard son. Mordred is a character in the DC universe, and has been known to work with Vandal Savage. And there's another one. Vandal Savage was the caveman. There's Mordred, and there's one other magic user that he'll sometimes work with. Another immortal, but I'm forgetting his name.
Well,
we're getting into the Constantine fucking storylines here. We're getting into the Vertigo shit.
Oh yeah, definitely, because we know Vandal Savage is coming. It's like he'll be the main villain, at least in the first season of Legends of Tomorrow. So it's like we know that between Arrow and Flash, they got to start planting the seeds from that somewhere. And the Constantine episode is actually pretty close up to the front, from my understanding. I think like episode 5 or 6.
4 and 5.
Well, I knew it was somewhere near the front of the season. It's like I
believe he's in episode 5, and I think they bring Sarah back in episode 4, which brings him in for number 5. But why the fuck are they waiting now to bring her ass back?
It's already going to irritate me, so I'm not even going to mention it right now. I am willing to wait until it happens.
I am absolutely ecstatic that we're getting Constantine.
Well, no. The Constantine part I'm fine with. I'm not okay with them bringing Sarah back via the Lazarus Pit thing. I'm not okay with that at all.
Well, I agree with you that because
it's already been confirmed that that's how it's happening. Though.
Yeah. I know it's been confirmed, Matt, and I've been like trying not to mention because it's just pissing me off because it completely invalidates the usefulness of death. So even if we're seeing this fucking tombstone at the end, who the fuck cares when there's a Lazarus Pit? And obviously, since you can bring someone back to life who died at the beginning of last season, who the fuck cares if someone's dead? It doesn't mean anything.
Well, didn't you guys say at one point that depending on how long they've been dead depends on their condition when they're revived?
No, in the comic books, if someone's dead, they can't be brought back by the fucking Lazarus Pit. The Lazarus Pit can heal the dying. It cannot raise the fucking dead. Once someone's dead, they're dead.
Yeah, I mean, she's been dead for at least a year now.
All right, so I have a theory on the people he's working with. Is that Damien Dark is probably working with Vandal Savage, probably working with Mordru is what he's called, not Mordred, Mordru in the comics. He is probably working with a cabal of fighters there, and they are probably going by the name, and this is complete theory, of Tartarus.
Of who?
Because Tartarus was an organization of horrible, evil, bad guys that was founded by Vandal Savage. So he's probably working for Savage.
Tartarus?
Tartarus. I'll give you a link in the chat.
Weird name, but I could buy that.
But it's already been confirmed that Damien Dark is the head of the organization known as Hive.
Yes, but Hive would be an arm of Tartarus.
But he also did mention that when his associates do get to town, he wants a certain aspect already taken care of.
Yeah.
So he's working with someone else to destroy Star City. Because it's like, what the fuck? There's not another city they could go destroy.
Why just stop at one city? Why not the whole world?
All right, it's like we've kind of done it already, but let's go ahead and officially kick it into wild speculation time.
Oh, that was, even though I brought that up, that was not my wild speculation. I've got a much better one.
All right, go for it.
And I mentioned it last season, actually, and I'm still running with it. Oliver Queen, mayor of Star City.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
Because
obviously,
you've got all of Star City, who has almost no representation, no government left at all.
They were
So
killed.
the person who ends up like taking charge and running things has got to have some pretty fucking big brass balls.
Mm-hmm.
And who is the obvious fucking choice? Oh, that's right, the son of the last mayor. Because remember, the last mayor we had...
Two mayors ago. 2 mayors.
Was there a mayor since then?
Yes, the mayor was killed in a later episode of last season, and basically the place was stormed by Brick's men, and Ray Palmer jumped in the way to sort of protect Felicity. The mayor was killed in that siege.
Oh, I'm sorry, but still, yeah, the son of the former mayor.
Yeah.
I think Oliver Queen's going to be the mayor. It does not.
Besides, it's not like Oliver has anything else to do.
Nope.
Yeah, exactly. And Oliver Queen has been the mayor in the comics.
Yeah. So it would play out that way, and it would give Oliver Queen's like I realized it's like after I said it's not like he has anything else to do, that it may have sounded like I was being sarcastic to some of the viewers. I really wasn't. Oliver Queen, the civilian identity of Green Arrow, does not have anything else to do. It's like
that's
he's
not
just
true.
there.
That's not true. Exchanging cooking tips with his neighbor. That kept him busy.
Yeah, apparently.
honestly, man, he takes everything and throws it in a slow cooker.
Yeah.
Granted, don't take me wrong, I like using the crock pot.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, anyone else have any wild speculations?
No, I gave my only speculation earlier with the whole Captain Lance is the one being dead.
All right, and yeah, it's like I've got nothing except to tell our viewers that it's like when that happens, when Sarah Lance comes back from Lazarus Pit, expect a pretty epic rant from me, because seriously, it's like from a storytelling perspective that just pisses me off a lot. So I'm gonna get into that later though. I'll spare you all now. Lou, did you have anything?
No.
All right, good to go. In that case, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up for this episode of Geeks Around. This season of Arrow is just getting started. Already, we like it better than we like Season 3, and we will be with you every step of the way at geeksaround.com. Also, don't forget to follow us on our various social media feeds, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, blah, 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 Google+. We're Geeks Around on all that. If you have anything for us, you can always shoot us an email, geeksaround@gmail.com. And, oh, crap. I was like, I actually forgot our number now. Matt, what's our number? Give him our number.
1-801-609-GOTR. I don't remember what GOTR stands for, though. I don't remember the numbers.
Oh, they can figure it out, yeah.
Yes.
GOTR. It's like, if you have anything for us, call us there. We might do something fun with the voicemail, put it up on the site, or we might have some fun community questions for you. Just write that number down, and if you forget it, it's actually on the top of the site on our website, geeksofaround.com. So, until next time, this has been the Geeks Around discussion for Arrow, episode 401. We will see you next week. Peace.